Hello, Taurus. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the second half of August from the 16th through the 31st. General laws, as always, so please do take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. So let's begin, starting with this deck by Fire Witch Tarot. What's brewing, spilling the beans. All right, so what's coming up for you in love and romance and life overall, second half of August? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What's brewing? Ooh, look at this. Some of you guys are dealing with a hater here. Somebody perhaps that's observing you and what you're doing right now. Could be very jealous of the progress that you're making in your life in whatever area that might be. Pretending to be your friend. Or pretending to be happy for the progress and things that you're accomplishing. Caught up. Finding evidence, getting caught cheating. All right, so very specific. Take it only if it makes sense for you. You might have caught somebody cheating on you. What else for Taurus? We have sick, okay? This could be a literal meaning for some of you if you're not feeling well or if you've been dealing with health ailments, perhaps. Okay, this could also be that you're sick over the fact that someone's actually hating on you, especially if you consider this person to be a friend or somebody that could be a confidant for you. Whoa, I've got cards flying. Hold on, I gotta go get it. Okay, we have two cards flying. A situation's about to explode. Shit's about to pop off, up in flames. Whoa. And then we have chill vibes. Okay, so we've got all sorts of energies presenting itself here. I'm getting, for some of you, that regardless of the haters, regardless of people that don't mean well, when it comes to you, your life, that you're not letting it affect you too heavily. That there is this particular situation that might be coming to the surface. Let's grab one more message here. Okay, two. We've got insecure popping up as well. And I kind of get this, that the haters in your life, they're hating on you because they are insecure. This could be you, where you're just kind of chilling, you're doing your own thing, you're not letting it affect you too much. And then we've got standing your ground, ready for battle, defending yourself. Absolutely. That is what I get. That you're standing up for yourself against all of these haters here. And if that's the case, Taurus, good for you. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's up with these situations. So I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. If you are new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners wanting to learn how to read tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings for the majority of the cards. The twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards, so it makes it a lot of fun to learn while you're being challenged at the same time. All right, so let's see what else you need to know here. There's a lot going on. There is a lot. So we've got the Duchess of Earth coming through here. Okay, this could represent you, especially the divine feminine here. But it could be Capricorn, it could be Virgo as well if you've got these individuals in your life. But this, I feel, for my divine feminine Taurus, this could represent you. If you are a homebody, if you tend to be an introvert with people, this could be representing where you're at. This is about someone who lives paycheck to paycheck, or when you do earn money, you spend it before you even have it. Overspending. So take that for how it makes sense, because this is one of those new court cards in this deck. But we also have the Six of Swords. And then we've got the Hierophant, which is your own energy, Taurus. what you're looking from people in your life, not just necessarily regarding romance and love connections. I feel just overall, people in your life that are hating on you, causing you to feel insecure perhaps, or it is through their own insecurities that they're making you feel this way. What you want is commitment from these people, you know? If they're committing to be a friend or a love partner, then you want them to be somebody that you can trust, basically. And through the Six of Swords here, that's actually good because you're transitioning away from drama. Calmer waters, healing, releasing past baggage, moving forward. So that's actually good. I feel this is you standing up for yourself. So that's fantastic. There have been people that have disappointed you, that have hurt you, that maybe they really let you down. Because Nine of Wands could be indicative of boundaries, someone who's guarded, somebody who's been wounded by people. The way I interpret the Nine of Wands, it's learning from what didn't work before. Learning from things, situations, again, not just necessarily about your love life, just life in general. Taurus, learning from what did not work before. So you got to just not get yourself into those patterns where it's not working. It's time to get off the ride. You know, it's like that merry-go-round that constantly takes you down the same path, and it's just more of the same. If it's not working, you got to get off the ride. And that applies to people that are coming through as haters, people that perhaps at one point in time you trusted them, and they have revealed their true authentic self to be somebody that you can't trust. And that might have contributed to why you're an introvert and why you kind of tend to clam up around people like this, because you're not really wanting to be fully open and be overly sharing of what's going on with you or what it is that's going on either in your love life or just life overall. When it comes to love, okay, you could be dealing with this Gemini here. This represents deep love, romance coming into your life, someone that you're very attracted to, somebody that you see as your life partner. So if you haven't met this person yet, there is love that's coming in for you, a happy relationship. And this is also about decisions and choices. So if you're dealing with people that create more drama rather than making you happy and uplifting you and actually contributing to your life in a good way, then perhaps part of this decision and choice falls on this card right here, where you defend yourself and you stand your ground and you're perhaps, as it says, ready for battle. You're not going to be putting up with anyone's nonsense. And that also applies to this Nine of Wands. Taking a last stand. You're resilient. You know, this is tapping into your grit, your courage. Situations that have truly tested your faith, but you believe in yourself. And if you don't, perhaps this is something that you need to work on. So something is definitely brewing here for some of you. You know, look at this energy. A situation's about to explode. This is something big. You know, the equivalent of shit's about to hit the fan. Something major. We've got the Temperance here. Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarian. You could have Sagittarius in your chart too. So there's patience required in regard to a particular situation here. Maybe right now too, you're just trying to find meaning and purpose in your own life, focusing on you, you know, chill vibes right here. You don't want to get too caught up in life's drama, challenging situations that you might have gotten yourself into. So those things are going to take time, Taurus, for you to transition forward and leave all of that drama behind. But with that Six of Swords, it's possible. You will overcome difficulties in your life that have been weighing heavily on you, I feel. If you're at a distance from somebody that you love and care for in a romantic way, this can indicate a possible reunion and a reconciliation for some of you. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles right here. So this is abundance coming into your life, allowing you the opportunity to manifest so much when it comes to your finances, career opportunities, your money matters. All of those things look really good. Being able to get you to a particular path here, Taurus, where you're more stable, but that applies to your relationships as well, because this is somebody who's going to show up for you. This isn't someone who's going to be playing games with you, who will disappoint you, who will hurt you. And that's where a lot of this part of the Nine of Wands comes in, you know, learning from past failure. This is a new beginning. So this could even represent a solid offer that you receive, either in the form of love, or it could be tied into career or money matters. And this is telling me here that you're getting ready, if you haven't done it already, walking away from challenging situations. Especially if you're dealing with an individual that you couldn't trust. We did get this card here, caught up, finding evidence, getting caught cheating. It doesn't necessarily have to be infidelity, although for the majority that's what that's referring to. It could have been something that you found out at your job, if, for example, if that applies, or something you found out from a friend or a family member if they're being sneaky somehow. This is you walking away from drama. You don't want anything to have to do with that. When it comes to love, especially my divine feminines, you've got this King of Pentacles that's coming your way. Somebody that you can trust, someone who's faithful, somebody who might be well-to-do. They can stand on their own 2 feet. They're a good provider. They're abundant and prosperous and secure in their life. This could be an older masculine here. Could be an earth sign. Okay, so Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. So if you happen to be a cross watcher, divine feminine, and you're watching for a masculine who's Taurus, that could be the King of Pentacles right here. This is somebody who wants a forever kind of love, not someone who's going to just be in and out of your life. But right now, you know, if you're feeling a little bit stressed out, this is you just taking a break from all of that drama. This is healing. This is a resting period. This is the need to spend time on your own, to just get rid of the chaos that's surrounding you and to still your mind, and meditation could certainly help with that. So if you're feeling overwhelmed in any way, shape, or form, this is perhaps a moment of reprieve that's being offered to you to help you out with that. You could also be coming through, my divine feminines, as the Baroness of Earth, especially if you are the feminine Taurus in this equation. You're someone who's very kind. You're not afraid to work and put in the necessary efforts in your love life and just life in general. The Baroness of Earth is known to be very budget conscious. You keep a very clean home. Family is everything to you. You're a very supportive partner, very caring. Okay? And then we have the White Rose card coming through here. So you really are being offered a new beginning, and certainly a new beginning when it comes to love. So if a current partnership, for example, has disappointed you, or you know that it's just not going anywhere, you have a new beginning when it comes to love and romance. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this. Let's see what else is going to be coming forward here. So I'm going to pull from some additional decks here. Let's take a look and see what are they hiding from you, or what you could both be hiding from each other. I'm going to pull from this deck, Lost in Time Oracle by Calico Moon. And then we'll grab some words to go along with these cards and clarify with tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know? What are they hiding from you, or what are you hiding from each other? We have the new moon. Set your intentions. That's actually really nice. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn. So along with the new moon comes new beginnings. For some of you, new relationships, positive changes, new adventures in your life. You know, it really is the best time to set those intentions. Action, make a move, sinking fast. So there's a situation clearly that's brewing here. We've seen that. It might be coming to the surface rather soon, rather quickly. And what they're hiding from you perhaps is the fact that they know they need to do something about this. They need to take action. They need to make a move. So that could be a part of the intentions that they are implementing. Some of you could also be dealing with a Virgo here. Okay, so let's add to this with some words. I'm going to use the In the Shadows Oracle cards. This is by All Things Intuitive. So what are they hiding from you? What are you hiding from them? So as always, take what makes sense for you, Taurus. So what are the words here? I focused on you instead of my grief. Okay. So the issue with that, Taurus, is because they're focusing on you, if this applies. Whatever that grief represents, they weren't dealing with it, and therefore it can kind of represent like a small little wound that just gets bigger over time because they didn't deal with it. And that could have ultimately affected your relationship. Look at this. I wondered how far this would go because they did not focus on their grief and their issues. You know, maybe they were just trying to see how this was all going to unfold, how long you guys could go on without addressing the red flags or the whole elephant in the room, you know, not talking about the issues and the challenges. Look at this. At that moment, I just didn't care. Even if it is a sinking ship, maybe that's a part of the problem, that they didn't take action to fix themselves first. And therefore, that created a situation where the relationship started to fall apart. And they're coming through here letting you know that they're sorry. Because you might have been dealing with a person here, Taurus, that was broken to begin with. And they knew this going in. But as you can see, they didn't care. They didn't care that this ultimately could have resulted in something incredibly painful for the two of you. Could have been a painful breakup. It could have resulted in a tower moment. And if this hasn't culminated in a situation that has exploded, which could be very similar to a tower, then it's about to. And they recognize this. So maybe they're even apologizing in advance. It's like, because of my actions, we're about to experience this destruction of our relationship because I didn't do anything about it. So let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus in love and life. And focusing on what you guys might be hiding from each other right now. So if they didn't make a move before, maybe part of what they're hiding from you is that they're considering making a move now. And that they apologize for their lack of action or for hurting you. What else, please, for Taurus? We've got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I feel they recognize that you've got your walls up. Okay, that you've got your boundaries up. And they're trying to perhaps understand that, because that's the second time in this reading that the Nine of Wands is popping up. Boundaries, Someone who's guarded and wounded, and since we're focusing on perhaps what they're hiding from you, maybe you've both been highly affected by this connection. You're both wounded. You've both been hurt by what's happened here. This connection has tested the both of you, but it's time to allow that cycle to end, as you can see. Through that ending of that cycle, all you can do is transition out of that. There's nowhere else to go but forward. There's nowhere else to go but up. There's nowhere else to go but have a new beginning after something comes to an end. You might as well make it count, you know? Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio here. You could have Scorpio on your chart. The Death card is about metamorphosis and transitioning away from the past. But it might not have been a very easy journey for you, or it still isn't. Nine of Swords, okay, insomnia, nightmares, hopelessness. Okay, and then we've got the Eight of Swords right here. So maybe you've been highly affected by what's going on between you and this person. Maybe you're picking up off of their energies for those of you at a distance from one another. Maybe you're encountering one another in your dreams, but it's turning into a nightmare rather than a pleasant dream. And so you end up facing that same type of energy when you do wake up and when you open your eyes. And so there's this possibility that you're trapped in your mental thoughts about this person, or that's how they feel about you. We do have the Hermit here. So this is a need for solitude in the meantime. Soul searching and introspection. We've got the Virgo card right here. The Hermit represents Virgo. So either you're dealing with a Virgo, or you've got Virgo in your chart maybe, or just the characteristics of the Hermit, especially if right now you just feel the need to be on your own, which is totally understandable, and your person's going to have to understand that. Seven of Wands, you know, having dealt with something very challenging. Competition here. Okay, so that competition could also be in the business world for some of you. I do get that for some. But that competition could also be third-party situations for some of you. But yeah, someone's going to have to take action here. And then we've got the Lover's card. Didn't that already come through? Let me just check that. Yes. So second time in this reading that the Lover's card is coming forward. So what they're hiding from you, Taurus, is that they still have so much love for you. They're still attracted to you. They want to be your life partner still. But they know that the old way of how you guys were with each other, that is not going to work. Something has to change. There has to be a shift here. It's almost as if you guys have to come towards each other as two better versions of yourselves, so that you're not on this sinking ship right here. Maybe it falls on both of you to be able to take action towards the relationship, towards each other. Especially the divine masculine here coming in as the King of Cups, someone who's devoted and compassionate and emotionally balanced. And if they're not there yet with that type of energy, that is how they need to come towards you, divine feminine, ready to offer that cup of love. Or this could represent a new love for some of you, because part of the decision and choice with the Lover's card is to perhaps go in a different direction. If someone's just giving you nightmares, or you see the connection as something that's way too stressful, or that there's just too much water under the bridge, and that the ship has sunk, maybe it's too late for this person to come back. And maybe that's why you feel guarded and you've got your walls up, because they put you through so much. But there's also, again, this need to really venture away from the past, you know, and that's what this Death card is all about. And then you've got the Ace of Swords, okay? Breakthrough, clarity, being able to see things from a different standpoint. Just a better understanding of your situation, a new beginning being offered to you after having gone through this battle to overcome what has tested you in life and certainly in love. So you now see things very clearly, and what it is that you need to do is to cut things and people out of your life that don't deserve to be a part of your future. And they know this. This is what they're hiding from you, and that could also be part of the reason why they're losing sleep over this, why they're just torturing themselves mentally, that maybe this is something that can never be fixed. And of course, there's no guarantee that you would even accept them back in your life, especially those at a distance. But part of their clarity is to realize that they themselves have to cut certain behaviors, certain things, certain toxic connections or attachments from their life in order for them to come towards you as the type of partner, as the type of person that you need them to be. That's what they're hiding. Okay? So let's add to this. I'm going to go ahead and pull from some additional decks here. Let's take a look at their deepest thoughts and fantasies when it comes to you. So I'm going to start with their deepest thoughts, and I'm going to pull from this deck, the Love Journey deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So deep in their heart, what are they thinking when it comes to you, Taurus? What are they thinking? Their deepest thoughts about you is that you're their wish come true. Look at that. You're my wish come true. I can't breathe without you next to me. This is a really interesting card. And I don't know, I just get such a weird vibe every time I see it. I'll chase you down, please don't leave me. This to me kind of reminds me of somebody who could be a little bit obsessive, but in an unhealthy, toxic way. Somebody could have gotten in trouble with the law. They could have gotten arrested or incarcerated. But this is somebody, I feel, who might be obsessed with you, who's unable to let you go, because you could represent their lifeline. You could represent the very air that they breathe. So just be mindful of people like that, because there's a reason why you've got that death card there. Certain cycles in your life that need to phase out. But there is somebody here telling you, I will love you for the rest of my life. That could be this person too, telling you anything and everything that you need to hear so that you won't go, so that you'll stick around, or so that you will take them back. So again, just be careful of those types of connections, because there's something that I'm picking up here that could be toxic for some of you. Not for everybody, you know, but just take from it what makes sense as always. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and grab from my Sugar and Spice Oracle deck a little naughty, a little nice. So for this portion of the reading, this particular deck, it can contain profanity or sexual innuendos. Not all of the cards do, but some, or a good chunk of them, it does. So if that's not something you're interested in, you could certainly fast forward and move on to the next section of this reading. So when it comes to their deepest fantasies about you, Taurus, what might that look like? What does that look like here? Pancakes, okay? Air signs. I mean, we've gotten some air sign references in this reading. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I love how simple and uncomplicated our love is. Our conversations are pretty light, nothing too heavy. I can still taste your sweet kisses. You know how to tantalize and satisfy me without a single word. You're sheer perfection, and I can't get enough of you. Clearly, you indicate that wish come true for this person. This makes sense for me also. Grapefruit. Unresolved issues from past heartbreak left me bitter, but I'm tough and resilient. I'm a lot stronger because of the pain I've had to overcome. Now I know I can endure the not so sweet moments and savor the ones that are. This could apply to both of you, certainly. unresolved issues from past heartbreak, but I did get that for your person. I forget what card that was, but I did get that energy. Hold on, I gotta find it now because that's gonna drive me crazy here. What was I thinking about? What card was that? Oh well. I'm not sure which one it is now. But hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Those past issues of somebody that... Here it is. Here it is. Okay. I focused on you instead of my grief. That grief is represented by those unresolved issues. And they didn't deal with it, and they came into a relationship with you anyway, knowing that more than likely they were going to end up hurting you. Because as I've mentioned in other readings, hurt people that have not taken the time to heal and deal with their issues will end up creating the same pattern. So hurt people hurt people. Makes sense for me. And they're acknowledging that here. Let's grab one more card. One more card here for you, Taurus. Their deepest fantasies when it comes to you. I swear, when I created this deck, I don't know why I made them so large. But oh Lord. Okay, so the banana card is probably one of my naughtiest, sexually innuendoed cards from this deck. So here it is. Banana. There's nothing like having me first thing in the morning, just open wide and take me in your mouth. Doesn't it feel good when you swallow so creamy and tasty? I'm good for your body and you can have me over and over again, day or night. You can have me any way you want me. That's what they're telling you here, their deepest fantasies. You can do with them what you will, okay? They desire you. They're intensely still feeling your energy, fantasizing about you. But, you know, the one thing here that definitely needs to be addressed are these unresolved issues. Otherwise, everything else would or could certainly be fixed. It's a fixable situation, but you can't fix their problems because that's exactly what it represents, their problems. It's not your burden to carry. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional tarot here. I'm going to pull from On the Horizon Tarot. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So their deepest thoughts and fantasies. You are their wish come true. Just stay clear from individuals who are obsessed with you, but in a very unhealthy way. So take that only if it applies. But there clearly is someone here who clearly loves you. They see you and the connection as it says, sheer perfection. And they can't get enough of you. All right. You can't make it up, guys. Look. You see? The Death card, transformation. Once again, the old cycles have to go. There's something that needs to come to an end in order for you to open up a new cycle. So it's very similar to the World card, where it's all about cycle completion. This cycle, having to do with the past, has to come to an end. And that might have to do with a relationship, a connection that maybe you know has run its course, or there's something about it that's just unhealthy and toxic. But this could also apply to those of you who are very much focused on an individual that you know you could really build a life with them. Two of Cups is about two individuals who fit each other perfectly. This is unity. This is a very special partnership. This is someone that you have a very strong soul connection to. And I was just mentioning this, the universe, the World card, cycle completion. You see, in order to have this, Taurus, something needs to end Okay, cycles need to complete in order for you to find happiness, certainly in love. So you got to transition away from the past. Look at this. There's healing that needs to happen. And then you've got this Temperance card. Didn't that already come through? Yep, we've already had the Six of Swords in this reading. Okay. And the Temperance also, did it not? Yes. So both of these cards have already come forward. It's coming through again. So it really is telling you that you can transition away from any drama and from the past. There's healing here that needs to happen for you, Taurus. It's going to take time to fix all of these things. For those of you in separation from somebody that you love, they're clearly coming through here letting you know they love you. They see you as their wish come true. There's a possible reconciliation here. It's presenting itself here twice in this reading. That's pretty cool. If somebody has backstabbed you, if they have hurt you, if there was infidelity, cheating, lying, whatever that might represent, because they were being deceptive somehow, that could be this person who's telling you, please don't leave me. I know what I've done. Don't make me chase you down. That sort of toxic, obsessive way of thinking. So steer clear from people like that. And then you've got the Ten of Coins here, letting you know that you could be very successful, not just in your love life, but life overall, certainly financially. And then you've got this beautiful card, the Four of Wands here, 1111, guys. So if you happen to be seeing that time or that number, you could be heading towards the direction of a twin flame connection here. I'm feeling for some of you, this could represent a new love. Somebody who can actually be there for you the way you need them to be. Create a much stronger foundation from what you've experienced before in love and romance. I have a feeling here this is somebody that you could really have a long-term commitment with, marriage, have a family someday, have a more successful, structured life that's happy and fulfilled. This could also represent reunions for those of you who are in separation from your twin. They could be your perfect match. You know, Ten of Coins is somebody that you have a very strong bond with. Could be your perfect match, representing a very happy time, a very secure time when it comes to love and romance. So this could be your future here, and there's someone from your past that needs to stay there. That's why you've got the Death card coming up, and then you've got the universe telling you to complete those cycles in order to open up new cycles. Certainly when it comes to love and romance. Okay, so somebody has to go. Someone from your past has to go because they don't belong in your future. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue now. I'm going to take a look and see what you both have learned, starting with the Divine Masculine here. So I'm pulling dialogue from my Voices deck. This is focused on the Divine Masculine. So what has the Masculine learned about this connection? What have they learned? For Taurus, I hate to admit that you really do deserve someone who can treat you better than me. I can't make that up. We have a masculine here who's finally recognizing through these learned lessons that you deserve better, Divine Feminine. Because they know that they didn't treat you right. They came into the relationship broken. Goodness, wow. Let's grab another. Look at this. We have a no. Oh my gosh. Whatever that no represents. I'm getting for some of my feminines, maybe there's a situation here that maybe in your heart of hearts, you know that there's something about it that's just not good, something unhealthy about the relationship. Either you try to break free from this masculine, if that applies, and maybe this no could represent the fact that they're not going to let you go. Okay? It's like, nope, I'm going to chase you down. Please don't leave me. This could represent so many things. It could also represent the fact that they're not willing to try anymore. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of scenarios, truly. One person that needs to be a part of your past and they need to stay in your past, and someone that could represent your future. If you haven't met that person already. What else for the masculine? What have you learned? I'm also getting that this masculine, for some of you guys, they finally have learned to say no. No to third parties, no to situations that they are aware are no longer serving them. It could be a positive no as well. So again, it can apply to so much. I'll always be in your corner no matter where life takes us, okay? So this perhaps could be a masculine that realizes there's just no guarantee that you guys are going to be able to reconnect or move forward together. But they will always perhaps be in your corner, so to speak, no matter where life truly takes the both of you. And lastly, look at this. I didn't know how much I needed you until you didn't need me anymore. So divine feminines that have moved on from a toxic situation, this is what your masculine has learned. They've had their own epiphanies, their own realizations. And right from the very beginning, I hate to admit that you really do deserve someone who can treat you better than me. Wow, powerful. All right, so let's grab some messages on behalf of the feminine. So I'm going to use my Voices 2 deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus in love and life, second half of August. All right, so divine feminine, what have you learned? What have you learned? Nothing is standing between you and I coming together, so what's keeping us apart? Okay, so what's keeping you guys apart is the fact that this masculine realizes you deserve better. Okay, so this is for my feminines who need to realize that you do deserve better. Look at how these cards are lining up. Do you regret losing me? No. If that is the case, then you're better off moving forward away from an individual who has absolutely no regrets over losing you. Wow. Let's grab a couple more. Divine feminine, what have you learned? So that's a part of the lesson here for you to learn, that if the response to this question is that it's a no, then part of your lesson is to move forward and to end that cycle with this person. I love the way you make me feel inside, warm, fuzzy, tingly, and horny. Okay, so no doubt for some of you guys, especially focused on a masculine, that you are very much focused on, and you love this person, you care for them, you're attracted to them, which is a totally separate scenario from perhaps a toxic situation. This could represent new love for some of you. Someone that you're very attracted to, okay? Let's grab one more message, one more dialogue message for the feminine. What have you learned, divine feminine? What have you learned? Oh, wow. Don't leave me in the dark, because someone else will recognize the light I hold within my heart. There you go. That's a valuable lesson right there, because I have a feeling for those of you relating to this toxic connection that's popping up in this reading, they did leave you in the dark. You were constantly in the dark because they themselves were surrounded by their own shadows and their own demons that they were dealing with. They didn't handle their business. And this is you finally taking control and empowering yourself, divine feminine, and letting your masculine know. It's like someone else is going to recognize the valuable person that I represent in a connection, the light that I represent. Someone else will recognize the light that you hold in your heart. And if this masculine failed to see that, that is their loss. But I feel for some of you, we do have a masculine here who recognizes that, and they know that you deserve someone better. They know. So in a way, you've got a person here who doesn't want to hinder any more progress in your life. So they could be letting you go. Take that only if it applies, if you already see it happening in your life. Someone else will recognize that light that they failed to offer or that they failed to see. That's pretty intense. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and wrap things up with some musical messages here. I'm going to pull from both of my Heart Songs decks. I'm going to start with the Volume 1 version here. If you're unfamiliar with the song, see if you resonate with the lyrics. All right, Taurus, so wrapping things up here. So some intense messages for sure that are popping up, but I feel things are going to improve and change. You just have to allow those cycles to come to an end. What remains or needs to remain in the past needs to stay there. So you don't want to be dragging past baggage forward into the future. All right, so songs, musical messages. We have Obsessed by Dan and Shay. Candles burn in ruby red, sheets are falling off the bed. Run your fingers through my hair, I know what you're thinking, take me there. You hypnotize me with your touch and I can never get enough of you, it's true. Someone's clearly obsessed with you, but again, this could represent a toxic connection. I'll never love again. This is from A Star is Born by Lady Gaga. Don't want to feel another touch, don't want to start another fire, don't want to know another kiss, no other name falling off my lips. Don't want to give my heart away to another stranger or let another day begin. Won't even let the sunlight in. Okay, so take it how it applies. I feel for some of my Tauruses maybe that you had so much love for this person, even if it was an unhealthy relationship, that it's been very difficult perhaps for you to allow that cycle to end. Which could also be why there's time that's needed towards healing. Maybe this is how you're feeling, that you're never going to love another person. But clearly what we've seen in this reading is that there's the possibility of welcoming in a healthier relationship. And you will love again, you know? You just need to move forward. And I feel for some of you guys resonating with this, you will. Or you're already in the process of doing that. As long as you're moving away from connections that you know are unhealthy or toxic, you'll be okay. All right, so let's grab a couple more songs from the Heart Songs of the 90s deck here. So if it's an unhealthy obsession, then that could be an issue. Okay, Can't Make It Up. Look. End of the Road by Boys to Men. Said we'd be forever, said it'd never die. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? When I can't sleep at night without holding you tight. Each time I try, I just break down and cry. Pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead, spinning around and around. Although we've come to the end of the road, still, I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. So someone holding on who's obsessed with you, but again, in a very toxic, unhealthy way. So that's something that you need to work through and to break free from, if indeed this is something that you're dealing with. And then we've got Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. Don't leave me in all this pain, don't leave me out in the rain. Come back and bring back my smile. Come and take these tears away. I need your arms to hold me now. The nights are so unkind. Bring back those nights when I held you beside me. So just more of the same. Somebody that can't seem to live without you, somebody who's stressing out, somebody who's having nightmares, somebody who's unable to get any sleep at night because they're obsessed with the thought of you, wanting to reunite with you. So all of those things could certainly be related to a situation, a relationship where you still love this person and you want to reconcile. That's one scenario. But I'm also getting, for those of you that relate to a connection that you know is unhealthy and it is toxic. I feel when it comes to that person, they're obsessed with you. But again, it's not coming forward in a very healthy manner. And you would best or be better off by moving forward and finding love in a different direction. And I feel that you will. You absolutely will. And all you need to do is claim it. All right, Taurus, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. And whatever part of this made sense for you, I hope it helps you out. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you next time.